Does anybody else find it strange that Lindsey Graham literally was just in Kiev, Ukraine, talking about more Russian sanctions and the progress that they're making with that? This is him a couple days ago. Look.
I'm pleased to announce, as of about 30 minutes ago, we've reached agreement with the White House on a version of the Russian sanctions bill that they will support.
So that was just him 2 days ago. And no, that was not here in the United States. That was him in Kiev, Ukraine. And then he comes back to the USA and mysteriously overnight dies. They say a heart attack, I think. I'm just saying, am I a conspiracy? You saw the video, that was 2 days ago. He looked completely fine. Never heard of any health issues with him. He didn't ever stutter. He never seemed like, some people are saying maybe an aneurysm, a blood clot. Sometimes that happens when people are sleeping. I don't know. I just think about some of the stories I've heard when people go over there and they come back and then they mysteriously pass away. What do you think?
Well, y'all can read, right? MAGA Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has passed away at the age of 71 suddenly. Yes, this is a smile on my face. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. In the wake of Lindsey Graham going to the fiery pits of you-know-where, people are now trying to figure out who is going to replace him. Meet Nathan Bellatine. He will most likely replace Lindsey Graham. Now, according to South Carolina law, somebody needs to replace Lindsey Graham until January the 3rd. And we already know Governor McMaster is not going to replace him with a Democrat. I know y'all was getting all excited, but that shit is not going to happen, especially in South Carolina. Although McMaster could, he will not. Now, there will be a special primary August 11th, and I guarantee you Nathaniel's going to take that shit. And in November, he will face off with Dr. Andrews, the Democratic nominee. Now, a lot of people saying this sudden illness that Graham got after he left Ukraine is kind of like a little suspicious. If I was any elder Republican at this moment, I'd be sleeping with my eyes open. I'd be scheduling a physical. I'd be checking my vital signs because, baby, fucking app and dance. I'm just being serious.
Just got this in just a moment ago. We have some audio from a 911 dispatch call related to the call at the senator's home.
Yes, I'm actually speechless at this point. I just waked up. I realized this was trending on social media. Senator Lindsey Graham has passed away. And it is extremely concerning to see how people will always react when things like this has happened. This triggered me a lot. I have a couple of clips I'm going to show you so you can see exactly what is going on. Lindsey Graham is someone that has actually worked closely with President Trump on a lot of things. And I don't care. We all make mistakes. We all have our past. But when something happens like this, it is a moment for us to reflect and maybe offer a moment of silence to the families. Pray for him. I'm shocked, actually. This is something we were not expecting. For this, I've been seeing about Mitch McConnell. I didn't know that this is what we'll be talking today. It is shocking.
Just got this in just a moment ago. We have some audio from a 911 dispatch call related to the call at the senator's home. Take a listen to what you can hear from that.
EMS 6 responded to intercept medic 7 on scene, cardiac arrest. EMS 6 responded to intercept medic 7 with cardiac arrest.
All right, so you can hear the words cardiac arrest there. You know, it was a call for cardiac arrest. We have to emphasize that. We cannot confirm at this moment that the senator died of cardiac arrest. It was a call for cardiac arrest that you heard on that 911 call. Again, Graham's spokesperson did not disclose further details this morning. We had just, our colleague Lauren Fox just cited some information from Reuters saying that the senator was just in Ukraine a couple of days ago. So we don't know whether there's any connection there, but
It is 6:43 on Sunday, July the 12th, and news has broke MSNBC CNN. Lindsey Graham, senator from South Carolina, age of 71, has passed away as of, I believe it was July the 11th, like yesterday. Okay, and this is a big deal. Senator Lindsey Graham is a Republican who has been in that seat for over 2 decades. I need you to understand some of the policies that Lindsey Graham has single-handedly swung into motion and the people that have been impacted by it. Senator Lindsey Graham started off not being a supporter of President Donald Trump, but has since become one of the major supporters and advisors to President Donald Trump. You may know that Senator Lindsey Graham is a huge supporter of Israel and was staunchly against limiting firearms. Senator Lindsey Graham is the same one that said about Greta and her friends who were trying to go and take aid to Gaza, I hope they can swim. Senator Lindsey Graham is the same one who supported Senator Lindsey Graham, for somebody that has been in the office for 2 decades, during the traditional Republican Party, during the rise of the Tea Party, now during the rise of the Trump Party. His rhetoric has been troubling. Senator Lindsey Graham is the same one that said that Vice President, so supporting Vice President Kamala Harris for president is more dangerous than President Trump's rhetoric.
You know, our society has actually been to a level we've not seen in a long time. You know, if you take a look at how someone will pass away because you hated that person, the first thing you do is to jump into celebrations. I don't know where we are actually going with this kind of behavior. It saddens my heart when I see this. Yeah, because at some point you realize people are just so, they don't have a conscience any longer. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. If you've been doing this, then it is extremely bad. Look at how they are excited that someone passed away.
So when I get back to Washington, I'm going to go with Senator Blumenthal.
Now, what does this mean in the immediate term? We don't know what this means for, replacing him on the ballot. It immediately takes the Republican conference down from 53 to 52 senators. Everybody has been up in arms and trying to get more information for weeks now about the state of Mitch McConnell, the former Senate Majority Leader. We don't have any clarity as to whether or not he would be back this week. He's been gone about a month now and has been hospitalized with just a very scant bit of information there. So from an operational standpoint, you're down to 51 votes in the Senate, and what they would do in terms of appointing somebody for the near term. And then
there is something that a lot of these people don't understand. This is the route for everyone. We're all going to die one day. Yeah, so if something happens to someone today, it might be you tomorrow. This is something people don't want to accept. If you're celebrating, seeing how the family are mourning, you should obviously think this one day will be you. I've seen a lot of conspiracies about this recently. People coming to accuse, this happened. Some say it's cardiac arrest. It is just developing. We are seeing different stories. People trying to bring out theories about that. And people who have always stand against this issue of, Lindsey Graham is a warmonger, things like that. These are the people celebrating right now. I understand he stood for that. And I saw even people in the Middle East, this country that is currently battling with the US, their state TV is celebrating. They are jumping everywhere. That should tell you something. It is very important that we should not pay attention to people of that magnitude. I understand that Lindsey Graham was not that perfect. He has his own flaws and he has his own beliefs that a lot of people do not agree. But this is not a moment for us to throw parties to celebrate. It is disheartening, to see people doing it.